Judy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am coming at you all the way from Thailand.
Whoa. Are you there on purpose for work, for vacation? You live there?
I'm on vacation. Yeah, vacation,
Oh,
and
we have
it's
to do this on
right now.
vacation. Oh no.
We're rolling, Troy.
But first, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
First question for you is: I guess I can assume that part of you signing on to this project was being a part of the Stephen Levitan universe and working with Stephen.
Yes. Yes. I'm part of the Leviverse. Is that a thing that I can start? If Marvel can have a Marvel verse, I can be a part of the Levitan verse.
Do you hope that this show obviously not only makes the fans laugh, the viewers laugh, but gives the average viewer an idea of how hard this business can be and how quickly success can fade away and be gone?
I mean, I hadn't thought about that at all, but that'd be cool if people feel that a little bit. I'm not going to pretend like we're doing God's work here in Hollywood, but at the same time, there are elements to our jobs that are kind of hidden from the rest of the world that I think we're uncovering here, and that are difficult and hard and humiliating and scary, and so that is kind of a fun take. I hadn't thought about that, but I will say that at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, I I didn't realize how badly I needed these comedies. I think that whole year I would have lost my mind without Schitt's Creek or Ted Lasso. I really leaned on those shows.
This show looks at all the craziness behind the scenes with this comedy and how things can happen with this reboot. How accurate will the series be, and how important was it to be authentic with this series?
It was very important to be authentic. And I think as time goes on, if we're lucky enough to get to be able to do more episodes, I think it's just going to get like more and more real. Because I think that Steve Levitan has probably 81 seasons worth of stories to tell about behind the scenes of television in Hollywood. So I don't worry about the well being dry. It's just like, how dark do we want to go?
Right. With this incredible cast, I'm thinking to myself, there has to have been situations where you guys got to do improvisation. Did you have to stick to the script, or were you allowed to do like the script text and then do an improvisation scene, or how did that work?
We were given a lot of freedom, but I didn't experience like a lot of, we didn't really improv that much because what was on the page was so good. Like we didn't
Right.
really have to. I mean, sometimes there would be like a line here or there that didn't necessarily feel right. We also had either Steve or one of our other writers on set all the time, like throwing out alts, like fixing things that maybe were weird or not working or something. So I never felt like, I don't know, I never felt like I could do something funnier than what they had already written for me.
And finally, with a reboot, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's great to have the gang back and see the gang all again, but at the same time, you have this nostalgia effect that you have to really deal with, and it's kind of a tight line to walk. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. And in a reboot, time has passed and people have changed and people have gone through like, aging and life changes and new spouses and all kinds of things to factor in. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on, within the work world and then outside of it. And I wonder about these shows that have been rebooted, if the cast stayed in touch all these years and then are they coming back, and is it like picking up where they left off, or is it like, oh my God, how are you? I heard you had a baby or got divorced or whatever. I mean, I'm curious about that. That's kind of where we find ourselves. None of us kept in touch. None of us talked to each other. So, we're not like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a month. Yeah.
I just want to say really quick, big fan of your work, and I just wanted to say I loved Love Monkey, and still watch that show to this day.
Oh my God, how? Because I'd love for my husband to see it. Where do you have a copy, or do you watch it on?
I have a
You
copy.
have it. God, you're lucky. Okay, I gotta get my hands on that because I love that show. Can we reboot Love Monkey? Is that weird?
Thank you for your time, dude. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Enjoy your vacation.